Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Ellen Harris, and I am the founder and director of Third Ward Zen. Welcome to Third Ward Zen Presents Food, Movement, Yoga, a liberation praxis for community wellness, a three-part virtual conversation series being held on the evenings of June 17th, 18th, and 19th. We are a small nonprofit that supports community and wellness in the Mississippi Delta and beyond by promoting mindfulness, movement, healthy eating, growing your own food, and other wellness modalities. We do this to foster gratitude, peace, and wisdom in the community. In lieu of not holding our usual annual Delta Roots Festival, this year, Third Ward Zen is presenting a three-part virtual conversation series. Through this series of conversations, our goal is to continue to carry out the vision of our organization and festival. As a prelude to each conversation, ask yourself the following question. How do we make the magic happen for everyone to either appreciate, support, serve, or take action to address community wellness? Each virtual conversation will last about 30 minutes and include a short video of the speaker's work in the community. If you have a question, please write it in the question and answer or chat section on this webinar platform. We'll try our best to get to any questions before closing. All three conversations will be recorded and uploaded to our Table and Plate Project Delta podcast. A link to the podcast can be found at www.thirdwardzen.net. Now, please join me and be inspired by some folks working in their respective communities on food, movement, and yoga. Tonight, our June 18th conversation focuses on moving your body as a personal and community wellness model. But first, to start us off, I'd like to read a short poem to set the moment. It's called Remember by Joy Harjo, and it's found in We Are Each Other's Harvest, Celebrating African American Farmers, Land, and Legacy by Natalie Bazile. Remember the sky that we were born under. Know each of the stars' stories. Remember the moon. Know who she is. Remember the sun's birth at dawn. That is the strongest point of time. Remember sundown and the giving away to night. Remember your birth, how your mother struggled to give you form and breath. You are evidence of her life and her mother's and hers. Remember your father. He is your life also. Remember the earth whose skin you are, red earth, black earth, yellow earth, white earth, brown earth, we are earth. Remember the plants, trees, animal life who all have their tribes, their families, their histories too. Talk to them, listen to them. They are alive poems. Remember the wind, remember her voice. She knows the origin of this universe. Remember, you are all people and all people are you. Remember, you are this universe and this universe is you. Remember, all is in motion, is growing, is you. Remember, language comes from this. Remember, the dance language is that life is. Remember. This evening's speaker is Dr. E. Gaynell Sherrod, who is a full tenured professor in the Department of Dance and Choreography at Virginia Commonwealth University in Richmond, Virginia. Welcome, Dr. Sherrod.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Ellen Harris, for inviting me. Thank you for having me in this incredible series of conversations and this work around wellness and community and how we can create this for ourselves. I appreciate being here. Thank you.
Thank you. And the artist's scholar in you is about to share with us a beautiful, engaging presentation. For those listening in, get comfortable and get ready to gently move your body if you so desire, based on Dr. Sherrod's guidance. Jarvis, please cue up Dr. Sherrod's video.
Thank you, Jarvis.
Hello, my name is Sherrod. I'm a dance professor at Virginia Commonwealth University, and I'm happy to be here with you today. I'm a dance professor, dance historian, dancer, choreographer, dance enthusiast. Dance is my passion, and movement is my passion as well. I am in a dance studio because that's where I spent many years of my life in terms of my training and study. However, a lot of my dance, when I say dance, D-A-N-C-E, that has been transcending, restorative, a practice of liberation, has often happened outside of the studio space. What is your dance? Is your dance your calling card? All communities, all cultures, all societies have dance. Is your dance a community-based practice? An individualized practice? A practice that really goes deep in terms of your study, your philosophy, of life, your spiritual life? What is your dance practice? And how does it empower you? How does it bring power and centering to you? Oh, wait, we might want to ask a question. Why do people dance? Why do people dance? We know about movement. Movement is something that we do all the time, hopefully, if we're in a healthy body. One of the reasons I'm talking to you about dance as a movement practice of freedom, liberation, restorative, transcending health is because our body in motion stays in motion. So let's talk about dance for a minute. What is dance? It's movement through space to time. Movement through space to time. A count, a cadence, a rhythm, in sync with the rhythm, a beat, a pulse. Why do we dance? People dance for so many reasons. For joy, expression, personal expression, self-expression, community expression, recreation, socialization, flirtation, exercise, artistic expression, community, build community, unification, and the list goes on and on and on. Why do we dance? And I bet you dance, but when I talk to people about their dance, many times, or sometimes a non-dancer, that person that is not in the academy or in a professional practice, will say, oh, I don't dance that much. And then we have a conversation and it is revealed they probably dance. They dance a lot more than they thought they danced. Have you gone to that family reunion and everybody went into a line dance? What about the wedding? Or once again, the wedding dance, the line dance, the DJ strikes up, the music or band, and everybody's dancing and moving and swaying in their seat. Yeah, you can dance in your seat. We're gonna do some dancing in the seat on this stability ball in a minute. And then do you dance by yourself? Have you done some movement in a room when the music came on and you might be cooking? You might be just listening to your favorite song. All of a sudden you're dancing. You might have to put a spoon in one hand, the apron wrapped around, take that apron off. You're moving, you're remembering things, or you're just making up some movement that makes you feel good inside to that rhythm. We dance. dance, we dance, we dance. So let's talk more about dance. Let's do a little bit of dance. So you can do dance in your community. I'm going to show you some movement from this stability ball. Whatever I do for this ball, I might stand up and do it as well. You're welcome to try it. However, whatever you try, make modifications based on how your body feels, based on what you're able to do in the moment. Please make modifications so that you don't do this enjoyable practice and find that you've also taken some part of your body out of sync, and now you might have not an injury, but a soreness or something that went a little awry in your body. You definitely want to modify whatever it is you think you might want to do with me or with any other person that's leading you through a movement or dance practice, even if you're doing it on your own. So let's think about some of the basics, excuse me. Breath. Breath centers the body, warms up the inside of the body, allows the mind-body connection to start to engage and align. Breath is essential for dance. Sometimes you say, oh, I wasn't breathing when I was doing that dance with the... If you were singing the song of the dance, you were breathing while you were singing the song. Breath. Then we think about the head, the base of the spine, and the feet. In dance, we call that the head, tail, feet connection. So that's all of the things that make the body move through space, but it also grounds you on a particular rhythm while you're dancing. The head, tail, feet connection. Then we think about it's an embodied practice. It's an embodied activity. So the whole body is engaged. Maybe one part at a time, also known as isolations, which we'll talk about a little bit about. But the whole body might be engaged. And even if I'm only using one side of my body, the other side of my body is really holding the space until it is time for it to start moving as well. Whole body engagement. Body, mind, alignment. Then there's a rhythm, a tempo, a beat, a pulse. You can create the pulse. You might have a pulse outside of your body. Music, drums, a band, somebody singing, somebody's spoken word. Or you might have a rhythm pulse inside your body. Or you might have a count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. That's your pulse. And then we get back to how do we put things together to make a small dance phrase that's just for you. And I'll start with a little isolation, which also can be used as a warm-up. I'm going to sit right here, but I'll tell you, if you want to stand, you can stand and do the same movement that I'm going to be doing when I sit down on the stability ball. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, shoulder rolls left, 2, 3, 4, reverse right, 2, 3, 4, reverse left, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to use the elbow, and I'll slow it down, and I'll slow it down. On the 4th one, I'll take the whole arm up, I'll bring it around, and I do a nice easy curve of the spine, and relax. I'll do the left side, da-da-da, bum, 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 da-da-da, bum, 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 whole arm up, an easy curve of my spine, and relax. And here I am. Then I go shoulder and opposition, opposition, opposition. 5 and 6 and you can lift your hands. Then I go 1, ba 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 ba, double time, ba ba ba, da 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 da, and the rest. You might have seen that other place someplace else. It might look like the shimmy, or the Harlem Shake. You never know. Now, let's go to the feet. We have toes up and down, heels up and down, toes up and down, heels up and down. We go opposition, boom, 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 boom. So now my legs are rocking like this. That is, I'm doing a dance, I'm going on my feet. Boom, 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 boom. I make a little sound with that. I can lay back in my chair, I can come forward in the chair, and I can stand up, bum, 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 bum. If I stand up, it looks like this. Bum, 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 ba da da da, bum, ba da da da, bum, ba da da da, bum. That was kind of jazzy, right? Yeah, like on that jazz dance kind of thing. Yes, exactly. So you see how we put all these things together. And now the next thing I'd like for us to do is to try to put the head involved. Because the head has to do some movement too. It's very expressive. So let's start with a little head isolation. Look to one side, come center. Look to the opposite side and come center. Let's do that again. Look and breathe. And center. Look and breathe. And center. Let's take the head up. We're not too far back, so we don't drop it back. We're just going to look up. Look up. That's lifting the opening of my chest, our solar plexus, and center. Now I'm going to take that chin and take it all the way to the solar plexus. So I look down. Look down. That stretches the back of my spine right on top of it. And I come back up. I'll do that again. Look up and center. Look down and center. I think I'm going to make that into a dance. Watch. Dum dum da da. Dum dum da da. Dum da da da. Okay. Da 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 ding da 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 da. Now watch. I'm not gonna stop in the center. Da 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 dee da 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 dee da 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 and rest. How's that for a second? There we have a nice little head dance. We put all those parts together if we want to, or we can leave them separate. The last thing I want to talk to you about, and move while I do it, I'm going to stand now, is about slow motion dance. Slow motion dance. You might not feel like moving fast or quick. You might be the person that stands on the side, and you might want to just move slow. Move slow. Move slow. Move slow. And what you do, gonna use your whole body, the same movement I just did. I did body half of the shoulder and shoulder. I did the heels up and the heels to the toe. And now I do the head. Dun 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 dun. And now a slow, slow, a slow, slow, a slow, slow. Slow, slow, and I stop bringing it to closure. Slow, 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 more slow, more slow, more slow, more slow. The shoulders slow, slow. Slow. Let's just do one. Take that leg out. Let's do one on this side. Let's take that leg out. You notice I'm doing right. And then you might say, wait, I don't want to move slow. I want to move faster. And then faster. And then faster, faster, and faster. Sort of like a ring show. Faster, and faster, and faster, cadence. And we and I'll stop right there because I gotta talk about the ring show. Now the ring show is an ancient dance out of Africans being in North America. One of the first dance complexes to really become created, synchronized, almost codified in North America when the drums were taken away. The drums were taken away because the enslavers felt that the drums carried power, and they really did charge the air. And perhaps a lot of the insurrections were started with the use of the drums. Once again, the drums in the dance have power. And so you might do sacred dance on your own. One day you might just say, oh yes, I'm gonna got that job and I'm gonna shout it out. You know, that kind of thing. But we do it, sometimes we do it in a very comical way, but there's a lot of truth to it. A lot of truth to that shouting it out. Thank you, thank you. And the spirit just runs through the body. That's liberation. It's a liberating practice. Now let's talk a little bit about your community and how we can do this community dance together or individually. I started by saying that a lot of the dance that I do and really transcending dance did not happen and does not happen in a dance studio. It happens in community. A line dance classes. I take an incredible line dance class here in Richmond, Virginia. There's line dance classes that you can take in other communities. I know several of my friends that teach line dance in various cities up north, or farther north, I would say New York, Philadelphia. You know there's a line dance cruise on several parts of northeastern cities. Yeah. Then the West African dance classes in the communities. Big, big, big community engagement activities all over the States. Wherever I go, even if I'm staying a week or if I'm gonna stay a month or a summer, I find out where are the West African dance classes. At some community center, somewhere in that city, somebody's teaching West African dance forms. And that is one of my true passions. But then also, when I can't find either of those two, I'll go for a Zumba class, Z-U-M-B-A, because the Zumba classes now, you get the right teacher with the right music, it's a dance practice. You can get in there and really get into the groove and get your dance on. You can start your own. You might even start a dance practice in your community. You might call it, you know, how we got to the funk. And you play only music from the 50s and the 60s. Then you might take it up to another couple of more decades and call it funk, groove, and soul. And you play only music from that era. And you bring in your folk and y'all have a block party and y'all just do all the dances that you can remember. And then you take it up to another couple of more decades and you take it until you get to current time. And then you just mix it up. So you can create your own block dance or block party dance forms. You can create the dance that works for you.
Bravo, bravo, bravo.
That turned out pretty nice, Dr. Ellen.
If you must say so yourself, huh?
Because I hadn't really seen it that much. I did some editing with a student that was helping me, but then I sent it right to you. But if I can build on that, and I hopefully folks who have just seen this can build on it as well. So let's talk a little bit about that.
Yes, it was absolutely wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you for directing me in that and pushing me in that direction, because I would have been up there doing a whole lot of other things. I'm like, yeah, bring it in, bring it down, and make it relatable, make it a doable for all folk. And that's what the community dance is about. It's about intergenerational. It's definitely democratic. Everybody can come in there and do what they can. The main thing is hold the rhythm. Hold the rhythm. You got to hold the rhythm. You got
But even if you can't hold the rhythm, just feel it the way you feel it and do what you do.
That's holding the rhythm. That's holding it right there too.
Yeah.
You right. You right. You right.
But it's almost like you covered so many things in that piece. It's like, okay, what else can I ask you? But
okay.
I'm gonna ask you something. So
okay.
Even with what you said, why is movement so important to community wellness?
Well, I think number one, like I said, it unifies movement and / dance, or dance form movement, or movement that's intentional around rhythm and music and gathering of people. Helps to solidify and form community. It also has a long history in African American culture, from the point of enslavement, because of course it was those days off, if I could say that word, or when the dance, no, really, when the enslaved peoples created their own liberated spaces through movement. They also used that time to recall things from the various communities they had been snatched from, to also and create new forms right here in the Americas. And so therefore it's kind of like this the part of our, what I would consider like a DNA of a practice of liberation, creating your own within an oppressed situation, or something that would that's transcending, which we still do today. I think of it as, even I would say things like hip hop, like crumping, like I can name so many other dance forms, even back and farther back. But these are like the body's response. So a body in crisis is going to respond.
Yes.
And one of the ways that a body in crisis will respond is through movement and dance.
Yes. And it helps you relieve the tension and trauma and stress that can be caused by everyday living.
Yes, indeed. And transcend for a moment. And during that transcendent, of the moments of transcending in the music or wherever you have gone for that 5 minutes of that music or that song, or just being in that dance form, you've already allowed yourself to let go of that stress. That's 5 minutes of meditative practice that is rejuvenating, restorative, and releases stuff out of here.
Yeah. I'm glad you mentioned line dancing, because in our festival, we've had a group that's based here in Greenville called the Delta Divas. And they are a group of ladies, that range from, maybe 40s, 50s to 80s. And girl, they can move. They wear you out. I actually tried their class one time, and I was just an 80-year-old lady was telling me, "Come on, baby, you can get it."
Well, that's the other thing about this too.
So
that's that word. I was going to use the word euphemism. Euphemism is this word of the Africanist aesthetic that Dr. Brenda Dixon Costchild uses in her book, Digging, looking at the African American presence in American culture. And euphemism really means that you have the vitality of a youthful body in motion, no matter what age you are. That vitality stays with you. Now, I've seen that when I was doing some study in Jamaica, in Kumina, and those older women in the Kumina ritual, and the Kumina has all this wonderful movement of the hips. So the young folk come and try to challenge them, because women have got a challenging aspect to it. They just get them right
Right.
off of them, because they just move it. I mean, so that's euphemism. What you're talking about, it's like you're so in it. It's so part of who you are after all your years of study or doing. I'll say doing. You got it.
Right.
You got it all in you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, the Delta Divas definitely got it. So
Okay, no problem.
I just want to say, thank you very much. This has been wonderful, and we've come to towards the end of our conversation.
Oh my.
And
Okay.
because it was only going to be about 30 minutes, and because
Gotcha.
I know how busy folks can be, and I didn't want to take up too much time. But before we close, I'd like to give thanks to
Okay.
you as the speaker tonight and the artist scholar that you are. I want to thank folks for participating and just taking time to experience what you have to offer. I also want to thank Danny Johnson, who is the CEO and creative producer for Special Gathering Event Production, who generously provided her company's webinar platform for us to use tonight and throughout the series. Benita Rivera, a graphic artist who did our social media and marketing artwork gratis. And Jarvis McWilliams, the IT specialist who always helps me out in a pinch and provided IT support for this virtual series. Thanks so much, everyone. I couldn't have done it without you. I appreciate you so much. And that ends our conversation this evening. Peace and blessings to you all.
And thank you, Ellen, for having this incredible idea. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.